Hey all, welcome back to Hope Rocks. I'm Craig. We are over in the lapidary shop. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. One of our subscribers sent us a bunch of rocks. She would like us to take a look at them and see if we could possibly cut them, polish them for her. Each rock that she sent to us, she actually sent an individual note along with everything that she would like us to try to do to them. So we're going to take a look at each individual rock, see what she has there for instructions. Again, her name is Nicole, and she's one of our subscribers, so we're going to help her out a little bit, see if we can't cut some rocks, polish them up for her. All right, let's take a look at what she's got, and we will go from there. All right, let's take a look at the first rock here. Okay, so looks like we got a piece of limestone, and it's got some favicite in here. You can see kind of the crystal pockets and the honeycomb patterns here. All right, let's take a look at her note and see exactly what she wants us to do with this. It says, fossil soup with favicites, found in Door County. Okay. Cut down the middle if possible to make 2 slabs. Not sure if there will be anything exciting inside. Well, there's only one way to find out with that. So, all right, well, I think for this one, that's definitely doable. We're going to cut it right down the center here, try to make 2 slabs for her, see if we got anything funky going on the inside. Oh, yeah, you can see different types of fossils in here as well. This could be interesting. All right, well, that's going to be the first one. Let's start off with that. Okay, next up, looks like almost like a piece of schist. What do we got here? It says found on Lake Superior near Duluth, polish if possible. Okay, so, well, unfortunately for this one, just due to the amount of mica that's inside of this, I really don't think that there's a lot I can do as far as from a polishing aspect. Just because it's so soft, I really don't want to ruin, the natural look of it. I think this would be a good one, a candidate when she gets these back to actually use like a clear coat polish. That'll give it a nice wet look. If you use kind of that 2X, I think it's called, or 4X spray, it really doesn't yellow over time, so that's a good one to use for this. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to polish this one for her. I just don't want to ruin the natural luster of it. You can see that mica just shining in there. This is really a beautiful piece the way it is, so I think I'm going to leave this one. Okay, so next up, looks like we got another piece of fossil soup. This is actually a pretty nice one. You can see a lot of different organic material going on the inside here. Ooh, look at that right there. There's a tiny little, looks like a horn coral, top of a horn coral. That's pretty cool. All right, well, let's take a look at her instructions, see what she's got here. It says, fossil soup found in Door County. Cut down the middle if possible to make 2 slabs. I think that is definitely doable. I'm going to use my thin sintered blade. I think that would work fine on this. I'm a little worried about jogging just because it is just such a thin rock, but I think if I can get it lined up perfectly, I think we can cut this down the middle and get her 2 decent slabs. I'm not too worried about any fracturing on this one. It's just a matter of hoping that blade doesn't jog on me. So let's head over to the saw and let's get cutting. All right, let's see what we got up next here. Ooh, that feels like a big old piece of chert. Oh, maybe it's stromatoporoid. No, I think it's a stromatoporoid. Yeah, you can see the layers in here. Oh, that's an interesting piece. Oh, look at that. That is really cool. You can see all the different layers. Let's see here. Stromatoporoid, question mark. Yeah, I think we're on the right track with that. You can see the lines when it's wet. Okay, definitely. Found in Lake Mendota. Oh, that's nice. So that's near Madison, I believe. Cut any way that we could best see the lines. Okay, so I think that is definitely possible, and I think I haven't gotten it wet yet, but you can see the lines are going across here, so our best bet is going to be to cut this thing right down the center here. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. See if we can expose those lines a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at the next contender here. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, that's some silicified material right there. All right. Not exactly sure what's going on. Look at these little crystal pockets. That's kind of cool. Looks like it was almost polished already. Nice. This side would be pretty tough to polish. Let's see what she's got here for her note. Found at Lake Mendota. Okay, so again, towards Madison, I believe. I tumbled this one a bit. Okay, so it did look a little bit polished, so I was kind of wondering about that. Polish, especially the back of the rock. So I'm assuming this would be the back of the rock because that's that smooth face. Yeah, I definitely think that is polishable. That should turn out pretty decent. I'm not even going to attempt to polish around these pockets here where there's all the pitting and stuff like that. You're just going to lose too much of the rock. But this right here is a nice smooth surface, and I think that's going to polish up really nicely. Look at the sparkling druzy. Pull the light over here a little bit. Look at that. That is amazing. That's definitely a brachiopod shell. Sweet. All right. Wow, all sorts of stuff going on. Look at this, brachiopod shells everywhere. Wow, this is a really, really cool piece. I don't know what to do with this one. Let's see. Let's take a look at her note. Brachiopod fossils. Yes, definitely. With crystal and maybe some sort of agate chert banding. Huh. I don't know if I noticed any. Don't really see any banding. Maybe possible. Anyway, found in Door County. Okay, well, that is an awesome Door County score right there, Nicole. Congratulations, that is a beautiful rock. Could you try to cut it in a way that leaves the outside crystal pocket intact? Okay, so leaving this crystal pocket intact. So I think we could cut it along this side. It's really light. I'm really a little worried about fracturing. But I think if we just kind of take it slow, I think we could cut this thing in half and keep that outside pocket intact. I think what we will do is I'm going to actually draw a line just because I don't want to hit that crystal pocket and end up with a hole in it. So I think that's doable. I think we could definitely do that. Ooh, I see the banding now. Okay, now I see what she's talking about. All right, well, I'm going to get some lines drawn on this, and we're going to head over to the saw and see what we can do with it. All right, well, you know, every once in a while you get a little bit of a heartbreaker, and that was kind of expected with some of this fossil soup. It is very brittle. The good part is I was able to keep that druzy pocket from the brachiopod shell, keep that intact for her like she had wanted, but it did fracture when we were cutting it. As you can see in here, there was a very loose organic materials that were in there on the inside, so this one unfortunately did fracture a little bit, but it is still pretty. I'm not even going to attempt to polish this backside just because I don't want this to fracture any more than it already has. But again, we're able to keep the druzy pocket intact, so feel a little better about it there. But all right, on to the next one. All right, let's take a look at this last one here and see what we got going on. Okay, so it's looking fossil soupy. Kind of see some little remnants of some sort of, I don't know, crustaceans maybe. Something going on. All right, let's take a look at our notes. Fossil soup found in Door County. Okay. Polish or smooth to shape if possible, or cut if not. Okay. So, you know, I think what I could do with this one is just because it's in such a funky shape, we're going to lose a lot of the rock if we try to smooth this out. It's going to end up as just a little like tiny little pocket. So I think what we'll do with this one, we're going to cut this down the middle, and then I'm going to polish both halves and face polish both halves of these for her. I think that's going to be our best bet, and hopefully we'll expose some stuff on the inside as well. But I do think that this will take a pretty decent polish. A lot of silica material on here. So, all right, well, first step, we'll head over to the saw, we'll cut that, and then we're going to head over to the flat lap, and we're going to try to face polish both sides of it for her. So since that other fossil soup broke on us, we're going to do her a little favor here. She had just wanted us to cut this stromatoporoid. We are actually going to polish it as well. We're going to polish both sides for her. All right. Well, let's get the polishing process underway. Now we move on to the final phase. My favorite, polishing these babies up. All in the diamond paste. All right, so getting into the ones that we are just going to cut and not polish. Take a look at this one here. This is from Door County. Got a little bit of fossil soup. Got some favicides up here in the corner. A little bit of organic materials kind of strewn throughout this thing. We did cut it down the center like she had requested. So let's take a look at what's going on inside. Oh, I actually, it's pretty neat. I really like the patterns that are going on in there. Not a ton. You can see a little bit of fossilized material that is definitely inside of this packstone, but yeah, for the most part, just kind of getting these funky little patterns. All right, actually turned out pretty nice. I like that. All right, on to the next. Okay, so up here we have another piece of packstone or fossil soup. This one was found in Door County as well. So I was able to cut it right down the center like she had hoped. Pretty skinny one, so I was making sure my cut was pretty precise on this one. All right, well, let's take it here and see what's going on. Oh, that's pretty. Get some of these flakes off of there. So yeah, you can definitely see a little bit of organic material in there. Here, let's take a look at this slab as well. Get some of this flakes out of there. A little bit of red from my saw blade, but yeah, not too bad. Not a ton of the fossils showed up, so it may have just been they settled more on that outer piece. Where is it? Right here. Fossils must have settled a little bit more on that outer layer, and then more just limestone on the bottom here. But I really like the color. The colors are super cool. Okay, well, it's time to reveal the polished rocks. So I kept this one all natural on the backside and did a nice face polish on it. Check that out. This really turned out awesome. So I'm hoping she's happy with this one. It's a really cool piece. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. We got some quartz up here. We got some stain, like iron stain. I don't know if that's dolomite limestone. I'm pretty sure. And then some other pockets going on in here as well. But the polish turned out pretty decent. I'm loving it. So this next one here is the one that she wanted me to either shape the rock and polish it or cut it. So I decided that we were going to cut it because if we would have shaped it, we would have just ground down too much of the rock. This way, we can cut it, and I did a little bonus polish for her. So check this out. I mean, that is a beautiful polish and a beautiful stone right there. What an awesome fossil soup. A little bit of natural pitting there in the middle, but you're going to have that with fossil soup. Check out the other half here. Same thing, a little bit of pitting, some natural fracturing going on in there, but overall, what a beauty. That is pretty neat. I like that. So I am really happy about this one. This was that stromatoporoid that she had, and she just wanted me to cut it down the middle so that she could see the lines. So I decided to take it a step further. I cut it down the middle, and I put a polish on it. Just because that other fossil soup that we had, it kind of busted on us, and it just didn't turn out as good as we were hoping. But check this out. You can see all the layering, all the crystals. Look at that. That's just the pitting. Oh, a little bit of white on there, but that's just the pitting and stuff like that from the actual fossil itself. But you can see all the layers really detailed now. And on top of it, it has just a beautiful polish. Check out this other side here. Look at that. Just look at those layers. I mean, that is just awesome. What a beautiful fossil. There we go. Well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this little rock cutting adventure. Thanks again to our subscriber, Nicole, for sending these rocks over to us and letting us work on them for her. We'll be getting those out to you shortly. And for anyone else out there, if you want to send us anything, our mailing address is within the description of our YouTube channel. So, all right, until next time, we will see you on the next rock hunt.